working and the picture quality is correct, the perspective's right. We can actually maybe move just, you're good, Grumpy J. I want to make sure that the camera is on us right. It looks right here, but we'll see what's up here. So let's go ahead and get started, assuming that it's all correct.
Hopefully it's all correct.
Yep. Well, we've got 2 Lego Legends and a great Lego set here to talk today. So Grumpy J, myself, Mark Erickson, Mark Forth, Atlanta Brick Co. and Orlando Brick Co. in the same room. It's good to be here.
Yes, we play nice together.
Exactly. The rest of the time we just kind of shout insults in the comment section. It's great. But yeah, well, we can go ahead and get started on this great. This is one that I purchased with store credit here at the store. And I'm a big fan of the Dream sets. They have fantastic pieces, so totally worth getting and building and enjoying. Yeah, there we go. The audio is working. The picture looks good. We can also see the build and pretty well, so that works good. There we go. Yeah, you guys just need to have Joey requisition a microphone. I think your videos will be doing really good. So.
Well, I tell him I can bring stuff from home and he never wants me to. Some stickers.
There you go. Yeah, there's a couple stickers in this set, but not too bad.
Oh, not as many bags either. Maybe a short ones.
I've got the live chat here. So Gloria Erickson is here. Wow, this should be good. Yeah, I think it'll be a fun time.
I think it will be too.
For sure. I did share the video on Orlando Brick Co.'s story on both Facebook and Instagram, so we should have a few more viewers than usual. So we'll see if they're showing up. But yeah, Grumpy J, how are you in the chat and building at the same time?
It's magic.
You just got those comments in. That's great.
This is something different they've done with the Dreams that I didn't notice with any of the others, is that it's like they hand drew the set instead of having a picture of it.
Exactly, it's very artsy.
Yeah.
And there's also alternate endings, so you can the last quarter of the build or so, you can see which way you want to go and do something different based on your choices. So.
Well, we're gonna build whatever it wants us to. Oh, by the way, Morgan, you are down to 6 drinks now. So.
Down to 6 drinks. There we go. That's good.
Yep. I didn't make too many mistakes yesterday. So he's all good there.
Morgan is here. Hi, Mark and Grumpy. Good to see you, Morgan. Hope you're doing well. And Diana's here. Good to see you, Diana. Hope you're doing well as well. And Ryan's here. Dust Off the Bricks. Lewis is here.
Hi, Dusty.
Exactly. So wait, how is Grumpy in the chat and the stream? That's what I was saying, right? He's magic.
Do like these colors though. This magenta with this black and
Yes.
purple.
And the Dragon Wings are such a cool piece in that they kind of merge the two of them a little bit. It's so cool.
And they're rubberized. They're not too hard.
They're that soft rubber. Yeah. Very satisfying piece all around. So, now, Grumpy J, have you ever built any Dream sets before?
No, this will actually be my first Dream set.
Wow, there you go.
I've heard good things about the show, and I'm actually a fan of the pieces. And after looking at this box, I really think when we get a Nightmare King in, I'm going to have to get that new figure.
Yeah, I've gotten a number of Dream sets, mostly for the pieces, but also the figures are great too. The show, I thought it was okay. It was watchable. A lot of Lego shows are kind of.
Is it compared to like Chima, Nexo?
Better than Chima. I haven't seen Nexo Knights yet, thank goodness, but it's probably on the par with Nexo Knights. I know it's not quite as good as Ninjago, which is generally regarded as quite a good show.
Yeah, and everyone's seen Ninjago.
Exactly. Let's see, how are the comments doing here? We got Zanlab is here. Good to see you, Zanlab.
Hey, Zan.
It's Dream Set. Want to show me that box, Morgan? I can put it up here. So this is Dream Set. We got the Nightmare King and his Pegasus Flying Horse here. So that's a great set. And yeah, I think this is one of the better ones for price and parts and figures.
The price, it was what, 40 for it?
This was 50.
Oh, 50? Okay.
Still, that's not bad. So.
And almost 500 pieces.
Exactly.
So you're still looking at, pretty good price for piece, and
the ratios were right. So.
Look at little Susan.
Susan has a lot of eyes.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Let's see.
Such a normal name for such a villain.
Exactly. It's interesting. Dust Off the Bricks just posted a video recapping his adventures at Atlanta Brick Co. and Orlando Brick Co. And I think he went to Legoland and Disney as well. So you have to go check that on his channel if you have a chance. Dust Off the Bricks.
Of course, he came when I wasn't here.
Did you miss Dust Off the Bricks?
I did.
Yeah, he stopped by Atlanta and we got to hang out with him quite a bit. He actually got to meet Morgan, I believe, too, because he
Oh.
was at the same time. It was kind of like
That's what I've been waiting on is for like Geology Joe, Morgan to all come
Yep.
to the East Coast.
So Morgan made a quick stop in Atlanta for a couple of days. Was able to hang out with us up in the Atlanta area, but maybe one day he'll make it down to Orlando and see how cool it is down here too. So
It's
I know I've
amazing.
been very impressed. So
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely a different layout than your guys' store.
Mhm.
You guys are more like a maze, and
Yes.
real narrow to get through, and you guys have all corners.
it's
and
all hidden
crevices.
away. Yeah.
And we have it just more open layout. We have 20 to 30 foot ceilings, so
I got
it
that
makes
fix
it
sitting over there.
makes it look a little bigger, but
It's grander for sure.
it's. I feel like we can see more of our stuff than we could your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, if we were open as long as you guys and we're collecting sets,
Yeah.
and that, I'm sure we would end up being just as cluttered.
Because when with the soft opening for Orlando was what, April-ish?
April 1st was
Yeah.
the soft opening.
Yeah, the joke.
Yep.
Soft opening.
And-
And then, so it's only been a couple months of collecting material and Lego and posters and stuff to decorate. So I think that give yourselves a year and you'll have
Oh, we'll be
a huge
stacked.
selection. Like you already have a very impressive selection, just barely below Atlanta. So I mean, it could one day even have more stuff than Atlanta, which would be insane.
One day.
Yeah.
One day.
I
we'll
don't
be
think it's
there.
that far off, honestly. You guys get a lot of trade here, a lot of people in Orlando area. So
We get a lot of those ones that don't want to go to Disney Springs
Yeah.
and go to the Lego store there and deal with all that. We get a lot of that traffic now.
Mhm. I
Which
can
I've noticed.
understand.
Because that's what a family today came in, the ones that waved to you.
Yeah.
They actually said they went to the Disney store today, but they had to leave.
Mm.
It was just so crowded. Not to mention it was 99 degrees today outside.
And they have a lot of big open doors at the Disney
Yeah,
Springs stores. Yeah,
so-
it's not as cool.
So when they came in here, they were actually blown away by our products, and then how every one of our employees were able to tell them certain things that they were looking for or asking about the store,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the dad said he's going to be here more than
Yeah.
than over there, which is great.
It's pretty convenient to get to. I mean, the parking can be a little bit crowded if it's really a lot of people in the store,
Yeah.
but there's options. So
Yeah, we got plenty of parking in the back. Luckily, when I get here, no one's here, so I get my spot every time I get here.
exactly, yeah. And Morgan has a fun comment for us here. He says 2 live streams with Mark and Grumpy in one day. That's got to be a record, I think, right?
I think so. I
yeah.
think so.
Because normally, for the Atlanta schedule, which is what I'm more familiar with, we have the morning break on Wednesdays and the Joy Building is the next day on Thursday. But you guys wanting to be different and have a different time slot chose Wednesday nights for your Joy Building.
We
here.
like to keep people guessing. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think it's a good time of the week to do it too.
I think so too. 6 o'clock seems to work well, even for the West Coast people.
Mhm.
It just seems to work real well. They're getting off work, they're, or they're stuck in traffic, but at least they can tune into something.
Yeah, or listen. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good time. And Garrett and Steven have typically been doing it at 4 p.m. on the Joy Building for us. So it seems to be about the same stats, so they haven't changed it back yet, but they might switch back to 6 if it's more convenient.
4, I think, works good for them because if they're like us and they're from open to close, you
Mhm.
don't want to be there right at close and they're having to build. You're already tired from the day.
Yeah.
So I think you guys doing 4 o'clock is pretty good. I haven't seen too many negative things about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that works for you guys. But for us, it's because we're Orlando area and, more nightlife.
Yeah, I think people
So-
stay up a little later here. It's
so-
also sunnier.
Yeah.
So,
So-
like it's currently 6 o'clock and it looks pretty bright outside. I mean,
Yeah,
you could
it's-
probably still get a suntan. You know.
yeah, you can still go to the beach and still
Mm-hmm.
see everything.
I got a comment from Rob Claxton. Good to see you, Rob. By the way, hope you're doing well.
To see you, Rob.
He said it should be Mark building, not Grumpy. Well, here's the thing. Rob. I've built a lot of dream sets, so this wouldn't be that new to me. But Grumpy J, this is his first time building a dream set, so I wanted to be here to watch him experience that. So I'm enjoying reading the comments and just kind of relaxing. My favorite streams are the ones where I just sit and talk, because I like building. But I when I'm trying to talk and build at the same time, it's not easy.
That's when I mess up. I notice on Mondays. That's why Morgan's tally goes up and down depending
That's
on.
why he has the drinking game.
Yeah, because I'll be talking, looking at the camera, and then I look down. I'm like, I think I did that instructions. Let me go to this one, and then I go back, and I'm like, why do I have all these extra? Oh, that's why.
Exactly. Problems happen. I built a set on my own channel. It was probably a couple months ago now, and I had a great time, and I got the set done. I did make like 1 or 2 small errors I was able to correct But I found it was difficult to maintain a conversation while building at the same time. It's easier to listen and build.
Especially if you're by yourself. Like me, I have the background music playing, the non-copyrighted background music. So sometimes it'll get in my head, and I'm like, and I forget to look at the chat. So that's
you
why
get in the zone, right?
I usually have my daughter try to read the chats for me, but she's been slacking lately.
Oh yeah, she's been busy. Yeah.
Having to live her life.
I guess, whatever. All right. But Diana's got a comment for us here. Let's see. Are you all going to Legoland? So me and Steven have been to Legoland, got to see our cool Lego Masters build on display there. That was, I think, at least 2 years ago now.
I think that's when I saw it.
Yeah, we probably won't be going this trip because in just a few days we're going to be prepping for the Orlando Convention Brick Fan Expo, which is going to be not too far away. Apparently about 30 or 40 minutes drive from here.
That's with traffic though. It's like really 10 miles away, but with Orlando's traffic, you're
got
a
lot of
an hour.
A lot of traffic lights on the way there. So, but so we'll be doing that. But there'll be plenty of live streams and videos produced from that, of course. So. Lewis has a comment. Oh yeah, when you have to take account the price per piece ratio, but the most unique, rare, fine pieces can also raise the price for sure. Yeah, that's why I think this is $50, not $40, because you got the Nightmare King figure in there.
And that's a great looking figure. I mean, I've been eyeballing him for a while. I've seen a bunch of dream sets at Walmart, Target, even here. But that figure, and Susan now. I mean, Susan is just adorable.
Yep. She
reminds me of like the little Nexo-Knight, the Ember guys.
Yeah, very Nexo-Knight, yeah.
Or even the, from Monkey Kid and Ninjago, they have those little guys.
Yep.
So
Little dudes, little monsters.
Yeah.
Garrett loves those. So.
I think it's great. I mean, there's a lot of good pieces in Dreams, I've noticed. There's great colors. I mean, they really picked out some amazing colors. You know, you can't go wrong with magenta and black.
I don't want to say this, but I think that Dreams could, the villains side of it, especially the first wave and probably the second waves too, is that the villains could be considered, you could mash them in as a fourth wave of Nexo-Knights. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take it.
I think you could have them attack the Knightington towns and they would fit right in, like aesthetically. Yeah. I think they would make sense. You could have that battle happen.
They may do a crossover. That would be interesting.
If you like Nexo-Knights.
And who does? I mean,
no one likes Nexo-Knights, so we're gonna gloss over that
horrible things with their
I appreciate you humoring me,
orange.
Grumpy Joe. It's okay. So, now, Zanlab has an interesting comment for us here. Zanlab says, "Are there any good colleges in Florida or Atlanta? I was thinking of being closer to you guys when I go to college." So,
UCF.
Yes. So there are some colleges in Atlanta. There are going to be kind of more on the north side. There's University of West Georgia is technically on the south side. But other than that, I wouldn't describe Noonan as a college town by any stretch of the imagination. However, in Orlando...
You've got UCF, which is huge here, and go Black Knights.
The local guys.
Yeah, the local guys. We also have the big one that everyone knows about, the Gators, the Gainesville Gators. We also have University of South Florida in Tampa.
Yeah.
That's the green with the horns bowl.
We have Florida State, right?
Florida State and Tallahassee, and we have University of Miami.
Miami, yeah.
All of those are great big football teams.
Bunch of big schools, yeah. Lots of academic programs.
If you're looking at for like a smaller school, I would definitely say UCF. They have a lot more availability with their teachers. It's more one-on-one. It's not as big of a campus.
Probably
They say it's big and wide because the buildings are spread out through Orlando, but it's not like Gainesville where it's all one spot and the hype of the Gators. But
party life.
UCF went 2 seasons in a row undefeated in football and were never put in a championship.
Wow.
And that was sad, but they are a good team, and I've got quite a few friends that have gone to that school, and they've all said great things about it.
Interesting. Yeah, I know that several of the people that work here have gone to school around here and had education there. Yeah. Like Joey, for example.
Yeah.
He's still doing it, right? He's still in school.
Yeah, he's still in school.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of the better Florida schools, I feel. We have a couple community colleges around that if you go through there, you can easily get accepted to UCF.
Yeah, they have like a built-in program.
Right.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
It seems to be a little easier for them.
Very cool. Yeah, I think Joe is trying to recruit Dust Off the Bricks to move to Atlanta because Dust Off the Bricks says, Joe, I'm still trying to convince my wife to move. LOL.
I don't know though. I mean, you're used to that West Coast. There's no humidity in the West Coast, and you
Yeah.
want to come here?
It's a little muggy in Georgia and Florida. I do know that. So.
Yes, it
You
is.
get those 90% humidity. I think Florida gets 100% humidity.
That's
on
how it's
Sundays.
been all week.
Yeah.
We've been at, today it was 99 with 100% humidity. Yesterday it was 96 with 100%. Then we had 98 with 100%. And then we actually got down to the 70s, but that was because we had a little bit of rain. And then we're back up to the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
welcome to Florida.
Pretty sunny Florida, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And then Joe Worker says, haha, yes, you can do it, Dusty. Tell her we are nice people. LOL. Well, most of the time we're nice
It's
people.
that southern charm that we
Yeah,
have.
we're a little sassy too, though, I think.
But watch out though, those southern men can steal your women.
Yep. That is true. We gotta watch out for those.
Remember, we have the Florida man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. So Lewis says next Nights versus Dreams crossover, possibly confirmed. Yeah, I mean, you never know, unfortunately, because it has a very fantasy vibe to it. So.
It's really neat. I'm gonna have to watch the show.
Yeah, it's got some ups and downs. Season 2 is currently like finishing airing, I think, so that's going to be on YouTube available as well. So I mean, lots of things to look forward
Do they
to.
spend a lot of time in the nightmare realm, or?
It's kind of like the Nightmare Realm is taking over the Dream Realm. So you do see some scenes from that, and the villains are good characters, so it's worth watching, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then Morgan says, yeah, after being on the Joy of Building, I now realize how hard it is to talk and build. Yeah, Morgan
See?
got that experience for sure.
I know I make it look easy, but it's not.
Grumpy's had a lot of practice doing his Monday streams. What is that called again?
Case of the Mondays.
Case of the
with Grumpy
Mondays,
J.
the regular series.
I just figure, Case of the Mondays, everyone they don't want to go back to work on a Monday after a weekend.
It's been a depressing day. They want some cheering
so,
up.
I'm there as your therapist. You can talk to me about anything.
Mm-hmm.
We can just talk Lego,
Talk about Lego.
life, whatever. Maybe I have some life experiences you don't have and you want to know about.
Yep.
That's what it's mostly about. But
Exactly.
I find it just so I can, build the things that are in my backlog as well.
For sure. I was able to attend for the first time yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. Because normally Mondays I'm very busily building on Tron or something else. But
Which is amazing, by the way.
Thank
Seeing
you.
it up
Thank you.
close is a lot better than the videos and pictures will show. I know Morgan and Dusty have seen it up front, and
earlier versions.
earlier
Yeah.
versions, but it's incredible.
Yeah.
You can see the detail and how much work you've put into that.
Thanks, Grumpy. I appreciate that.
All that. Tom.
But yeah, and so I was able to attend for the first. Oh, do we drop a piece?
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I'm good at, dropping pieces.
Where did it go?
Oh no!
Did it just start rumbling? Here, you keep building. I'll
I
look
have
for
no
it.
idea even what it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, you got it. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Now, so
Cleanse the
attending your
carpet.
stream was a lot of fun because I had some time to just sit back and relax Monday evening, and I was like, "Hey, Grumpy streams on! I could finally
See?
make it." So it was a great time. So,
That is a great cape piece, and it's rubberized.
yeah, very
It's got
gnarly
a
looking.
nice dragon or wolf kind of head.
Mhm.
That's really neat.
He's got monsters in his cape.
Yep.
I will say one of the most scary characters in Dreams was they were like the nightmares, but they were literally like void black.
Oh.
And they could go in shadows and out of shadows, and if they touched you, you would slowly evaporate and die.
Oh.
So very, very scary for kids' TV, but they were awesome. They were the Nightmare King's main villain minions. Yeah.
Now, for all of us that enjoyed the Thundercats, tell me that doesn't look like Leo's sword.
Yep. But does Leo's sword have a giant eye on it that blinks? Oh, really?
It's a red eye, and the two things come over
Mm-hmm.
when he does the Thundercats, and it lights up and everything. But yeah, it's a red eye instead of a yellow.
Interesting.
But it's the same shape.
That's cool. I have to keep that in mind. That's awesome. Yeah, that sword is a very cool new piece, dual molded. So.
Yeah, they need to make it more like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got a comment from Rob Claxton here. Grumpy J, are you going to be at Brick Fair this year with the Atlanta crowd?
Brick Fair.
Could be Virginia.
Virginia?
You could be talking about. So.
I haven't any plans on it. I would
Mm-hmm.
love to. My one I really want to go to is Chicago one day.
Yes.
Definitely want to do that.
If you get the chance, it's
Mecca.
really good. Oh yeah, that's how I would describe it. It's the pilgrimage. So.
Yeah, gotta make my pilgrim. Actually, if I'm gonna make a pilgrimage, I gotta go to Belling.
Oh yeah, that's another pilgrimage.
Yeah, I gotta do that. I know you went there.
I've been. It's pretty awesome. That was a long time ago. That was 2018, so I might need to revisit
Update,
it.
yeah.
Let's see here.
We should all plan a big trip, and all of us, ABC, OBC,
Yeah.
Morgan,
Maybe we
all the
can
West
make it a
Coast.
company trip and they pay for it.
There we go.
The business expenses off.
We're there
yeah.
just to conduct business. That's all.
It's for educational purposes.
Exactly. I gotta learn more about
that.
Lego, right?
We'll figure something out.
That could work.
But Grumpy, are you planning on making it to the Orlando convention this weekend? Maybe.
I'll be
It's a little out
here
of the way.
Sunday working. No, I don't think I'll be making it.
Gotcha.
Just like the Jacksonville one, I had to miss due to
Time schedule.
everything. Yeah. And then today or this weekend's. I don't know. I want to because I don't like missing them, especially since they're right here in the backyard.
But I mean, life is first,
Life
right?
is first.
I'd rather you were taking care of customers here and doing a good job than having
Making sure they get
a
their
joyride.
parts.
Yeah, exactly. You got to make sure everyone gets their parts. So. And I think that a convention in town will kind of activate the Lego search bar on their Google Maps, and there might be more people in the store. So
I will be going to the Tampa one in August. I won't be missing that one because that was my first one last year, my first Lego convention ever, and I'm gonna keep making that one my normal one I can go to.
That's your go-to convention, yeah.
Because the Jacksonville one, this was the first year that they did Jacksonville,
It was fine. It was a good time.
and I was a little sad I missed it, but at the same time I'm kind of glad.
Yeah.
And but yeah, the Tampa one, it's further from my house, but I feel like that's more home. It's easier to drive around Tampa than it is Orlando.
That is true. It's probably is it technically like a more open, closer drive for you than going across
Yeah,
Orlando?
I don't have to take any of the back roads that I take to get here, so I don't have to pay tolls. There's no tolls going to Tampa, and the convention center is right off the highway. So as soon as you get off, you're there.
Very cool.
But I'm gonna have to figure out some more because I'd like to hit up Virginia. I would love to hit up Chicago, Slopes, and Cascades. I want to do one
out
year.
west over by Dusty.
Yeah, because like the Utah one, I've seen so many videos of that, and it looks incredible. So
Yeah,
there's quite a few I want to go to.
Lots of great shows to attend for sure. Let's see, we got a comment from Lewis here. He says, Mark, on your time on Lego Masters with Steven, was there a particular build that you would like to build again, but that you would change it to make it different? Ooh, let's see. So one thing that I think Steven would like to do again is more puppets. Because we had a fun time building Bernie, and I think we did a really good job in the time frame that we had. But those moving wings, we actually had the mechanism working, and we just couldn't fit it in the build. So we could always improve upon that design. So maybe one day.
Doing the hat, a little more comfort for the head.
Yeah, the hat could be a lot more comfortable too. I don't know if I'm ever going to do wearable Lego again, but no. There's several things that we could do.
How heavy was that hat?
We already rebuilt the Sea Serpent bigger and theoretically better because it didn't have any moving parts to mess up. And then the Tree Guys, Steven's been doing sequels to those. Those, I would say, they're definitely more detailed and more polished. But they aren't, I wouldn't say better because they are a fraction the size. The Tree Guy is huge.
I still think he needs a drummer.
There you go.
He
Yep.
needs a drummer.
A drummer would be good. I think
playing the bongos or something.
Steven's planning at least one more before he stops building Tree Guys. So, yeah, exactly. Hopefully he gets one more done for us. Florida Brick Mom has a comment for us. For someone who has the moniker of grumpy, he sure isn't grumpy. So Grumpy J is very grumpy when he wants to be.
Oh, yeah.
But he also is one of the most wholesome, nice guys you'll ever meet.
When it comes to Lego, who can be mad about Lego?
Lego's a pretty positive community. He has to blend in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But if you ask any of my ex-wives and my current wife, they'll tell you that name kind of goes well with me. It actually came out part due to a transport company I owned, and it was called Grumpy J Transport.
There you go.
And I had that name for so long, and then it disappeared when I moved back to Florida and didn't have the company anymore. And I was like, something's got to happen with this name. And I first got on to YouTube, and I was using my first name, and I was like, this is weird.
Yeah.
So I just went back to what I'm familiar with.
Grumpy J is a very iconic name, though. I mean, it's pretty recognizable. So.
It's getting there. I actually had to do my first autograph Saturday.
That's
And
right. Yeah.
That was a little weird. I now know how you kind of feel, you and your brother.
Yep.
But Karen, if she's here, I don't know if she is.
Karen Matilda, I don't think she's in the chat this time, but we see her a lot.
We
on
see
the
her a
streams,
lot. I
yeah.
usually deduct her points because she's usually late, so I deduct her points from her.
You give her about that, yeah.
Yeah, and she came in and she got their autograph, and then she looked at me and demanded I give her an autograph, and I had to remember how to write in cursive.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to get your signature down now that people are asking for it. So.
Never thought that would happen.
Dust After Bricks is heading out. He's got to be on kid duty, so take care, Dusty. Good
Have
to see
fun
you.
with the kiddies.
Exactly. Yeah, that signing autograph is pretty fun experience. That's,
It's definitely something I never thought I would do. It's funny, and I was in shock about it, but
it's a good feeling, though.
It
It's
is.
fun.
It is.
Yeah. It's nice that Karen was able to visit. It was really nice to meet Karen because she's always asking about Harry Potter. We're always able to tour the Harry Potter sections.
and
of
I'm
the
glad
stores.
she's local, which means
Yes.
we'll see more of her.
Hopefully so, yeah. Then Liam Bricks stopped by. Good to see you, Liam Bricks.
Hey,
Hope you're
Lima
doing well.
Bricks.
And let's see. Morgan. The set was new from ABC. Just saw the question on Discord. Okay. Yeah, this set was new. We bought it here at the store to build because we didn't have a ton of certified sets on hand that were the right size. There were some big ones, but those are a little too ambitious for tonight. So we got a nice dream set for today. But yeah. Oh, my stomach's
Growling.
I need some dinner eventually. Steven is set to possibly swap out with me a little bit later, so we might have that happen. I'll go get some burger or something.
Yeah, Sonic's right there. You take a look right at that next
I
leg.
might get some Sonic. You never know. It might be time for some.
They
Sonic.
know Joey's name.
They know Joey by name, don't they? Yeah.
Because he gets the same
The
grilled
three
cheese.
grilled cheeses.
They see him coming there to get it warmed up for him.
Exactly. No, I think I might even go to Beth's Burger Bar because that was a really good place not too long ago. That was enjoyable. Flounder swears by that restaurant, so there's some good places to eat around here. So.
Well, this is your set, but I'm not going to put your stickers on.
I mean, if you how about this? Build it, and if we have time, we'll put stickers on.
All right.
So, yeah.
I just don't want to mess them up and make them not pretty.
Go get some wings. There you go. I could go for some wings, but I'll eat in a little bit. Another 30 minutes, I'll go get something to eat. So.
Yeah, there's everywhere. There's so many restaurants around the store. It's incredible.
Yeah, the Atlanta Brick Co's got Chick-fil-A across the street, Wendy's across the street. You got a Pita right across the street, which is like a Mediterranean. You got a Zaxby's right across the street. You got a lot of stuff right across the street. You got a Little Caesars right down the road. You got Jim and Nick's down the road. You got a really nice down in Newton. Yeah, there's tons of restaurants in Atlanta too.
See, we don't even have to go down the road. We got 2 restaurants attached to this building.
Yeah, you do, right? Literally walk down the next door.
I call them up and say who I am and what I'm ordering, and they say, all right, we'll call you when it's ready. And I just walk over there and grab it.
There you go. Leo Bricks is on vacation in North Carolina right now, and he's been buying a lot of sets. That's awesome.
What part of North Carolina?
Yeah, it's a good question. He didn't specify, but yeah.
I like
Gio
Asheville.
Joe was just there too, says Morgan. So.
Yeah, I like Asheville.
Asheville, yeah.
It's a pretty area.
We will be in Charlotte, North Carolina in October for a Brick Fan Expo convention, so that should be fun. So, I haven't been to North Carolina in a while. I've driven through it a few times.
It's been a couple of years since I've been in it, but I've definitely driven through it.
Diana says I need to get a good Cuban sandwich. That would be pretty good too.
Oh, yes, there are some good Cuban restaurants
I've
around.
got to avoid these though, so I've been eating less Italian lately, which really is unfortunate, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that.
Oh, Florida Brick Mom says grumpy. Katie says hi.
Hi! And I'm still surprised that she was so nervous to meet him.
Oh, really?
She's nervous to meet Ryan. She was nervous to meet you and your brother.
We're pretty nice, I think. Yeah. We won't bite.
Yeah. But
Yep.
it was fun.
Oh,
Yeah,
well. Sorry.
I think it was her daughter's 16th birthday this weekend, too.
There you go. Yeah, Lemur Bricks, if you're in the Charlotte area, oh, actually, you're not permanently, you will be back in Mississippi eventually, but Charlotte is where the convention's going to be, so I'm looking forward to that. So. And looking forward to the convention this weekend, too. I was managed to change one of my Tron buildings, upgrade it, make it taller, it's a lot stronger. The last one I was worried about it breaking, so I kind of babied it all the way to Jacksonville and back. But this one, I can hold it in one hand and swoosh it like a spaceship, like,
Wow.
so even though it's almost 3.5 feet tall. So
I don't recommend you do that.
No, not all the time for sure.
Definitely don't recommend that.
Get food that you can't get in Atlanta. That's true. I will say.
There's
Uh,
a
I
lot of things.
I can get a good hamburger in Atlanta too, but I mean, if I don't have a hamburger once a day, it's pretty rough, you know.
McDonald's is hurting right now, Noonan.
The McDonald's, whole business model is shattered now that I'm not there.
They had to fire a few employees.
Yeah, they had to pare down on their quantities of prepared food every day. But Grumpy, you're doing pretty good on this set. What's your synopsis so far?
It's actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
It is coming together pretty fast, and there's not that many bags.
That's good.
So I definitely say this is definitely a friendly set.
Not extreme difficulty then.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the age on this set? Plus, yeah. So it's pretty reasonable. Not 16 and up or anything. So
Yeah.
that's good.
And there's not too many pieces per bags, so it's coming together. I can already see the horse. That's the cell for her, and then this is the part that goes around the horse and also acts as a flying throne.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel bad for the children in this this universe because their dreams are nightmares and they're getting kidnapped by these really nightmarish creatures and villains. So definitely not a good place to snooze.
No, don't want to be under the tree with these.
Exactly. No, it's unpleasant in the extreme. Hopefully the dream chasers can stop them.
Is that what they're called? Dream Chasers?
I think so. That's what the Trials of the Dream Chasers I think is the name of the
That
show.
reminds me of Nightmare on Elm Street 3, The Night Chasers.
Yeah. There's probably some inspiration there for sure. But so one thing I've seen, just the rumored leaked pictures though, I think maybe they got officially released. Anyway, it's either the second or third wave depending on how you look at it. But the next Dream sets that are coming out this summer, absolutely insane. The Giant Raven. Have you seen that one?
No, I have not.
I might have to load it up for you and show you because it's pretty insane. Let me
Go
see.
for a big black raven. Are we talking like the size of Hedwig?
Harry
Potter?
It depends on your version. It's more like the Icon's size.
Okay.
Hedwig. It's huge. Yeah. Let me see if I can find it here. Lego Leaks. Let's see. Let's see. XAB would have it here. Yeah. So when they released the pictures of that, I'm like, okay, I might have to buy that. It is kind of an expensive. I think it's like a little over $100. But man, let me see if I can find it. Let's see. It's with a huge release of sets, so I think it's buried a little bit.
I do like the new city sets that are coming out, the new construction city sets. The
Yes.
cranes.
Cranes. It's
Big
good to see those
cranes.
back again. But this
Well,
is
2008 was the last time the
smaller.
XXL one was around.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. The city construction sets have gotten kind of expensive in certain years because they just haven't made them in a while. So returning to that subgenre is a really good idea.
Was it 2 years ago we had the blue crane that's like that big for $40. They came with one road plate, and now they've got the big yellow ones coming back out.
Exactly. So let's see. Where did that one go? Oh, here it is. There we go. Yeah, that's the Giant Raven set. That's
Oh,
coming
that
out
looks
soon.
great.
Yeah, and you got the new villain.
Oh yeah, the Raven itself though, I
Yeah.
could see that if you big Odin, you can have this too.
Mm-hmm. That'd be insane. It's definitely got some mythology vibes there too. So yeah, the Dream sets no signs of stopping.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
Mm-hmm. And thankfully they tend to be kind of affordable because they're just a Lego IP, so they're not paying extra licensing fees. So that's good.
Yeah, it's their own, so they can get away with a lot.
Exactly. Let's see if there's any new comments here. Check on that. Yeah, we're doing good. Trials of the Dream Chasers is the title. Night of the Neverwitch is the title for season 2. There you go.
Ooh.
Night of the Neverwitch. Neverwitch sounds pretty
That
cool.
sounds like a really good.
She sounds like a toxic personality.
I'd be friends with that one.
Yeah. The giant nightmare shark ship. That's the biggest set in the
Yeah.
first wave, I think. Yeah, I
That
think it's the
one's
biggest
cool.
one. That one's pretty crazy. You got the giant white shark with these like scars and scratches and stripes. It's pretty cool. So. It also has those big wing pieces as sails.
Isn't that the one that you could take you can make it go from flying to being a ship?
Yes, so you just change out the turbines on the back and you can make those the big tires for it. I don't think I did that before I threw it in the bucket, but you could do that theoretically. So.
It could work.
Exactly, it's totally possible. Yeah, I watched the show, and not to spoil anything, but it was overall pretty good. Most of the characters were fine. I think the villains were better than the heroes
Villains are always
as
better.
far as interestingness. Two of the characters that were heroes were actually somewhat annoying for me. They Izzy, her voice was just kind of grating, and then the Cooper, who's the red and blue outfit guy who likes cars, he was just kind of boring. So, but the other ones were fine. So. And then the Nightmare King, he was awesome. And then the Night Hunter, I think, was even cooler because he was like former good guy who turned evil when the Nightmare King recruited him. He's not in this set, but he's in other sets. And he's pretty
Does
cool.
the Nightmare King have a queen or no? We don't know
Not
yet.
not in the first season that I know of. It's basically just him and his minions. But maybe in season 2, that's something where the Never Witch shows up because I don't see the Nightmare King after season 1 in the sets.
Oh,
So maybe he got untimely demise.
how could the Night King have untimely demise?
How could he be defeated? He's riding a giant Pegasus. I mean, that's pretty
Exactly.
insane. So. And interestingly, I think we had this discussion before you were building Grumpy J, but this isn't technically a Pegasus because he has a horn.
Yeah.
This would make him an alicorn, I believe. Alicorn? So, different Greek mythological creature, but
At least we can take.
Pegasus sounds cooler.
At least we can take the the horn off and make it a true Pegasus.
Exactly. That's not a difficult modification to do.
Not at
so.
all.
Yeah. We got 13 people watching. We should have a few likes. If you haven't liked already, please like the video. It helps this reach more people. Orlando's still building up their subscriber base, so we want to be able to support them when we can. So
And we gotta help feed Joey.
exactly. We got to pay for all those grilled cheeses for Joey. Yeah, so he would certainly appreciate it. So. I'm surprised Steven isn't back yet. He was supposed to be here in a few minutes. Maybe I know
He got too involved with
him
the
and Chris went
shopping.
antique shopping most of the day today, and they seemed to have a great time. And then Chris went to get some Chinese, and then Steven went to go get a big pizza, which sounds pretty nice.
Except it has cheese on it.
Except it has cheese on it, which I can no longer eat. Thankfully, I found a restaurant in town in Atlanta area, South Atlanta area, which serves pizza with no cheese. Just like a red sauce pizza with, I put a lot of pepperoni, bacon, a little bit of Italian sausage or beef, and that's perfect. No cheese in there, it still tastes great. So I found a Mediterranean solution.
That's just bread with toppings.
It's everything but the cheese, and I know it's not real pizza, but it works for me. So.
I guess I'd have to argue with it.
Exactly.
The doctor tells me I can't have milk, bread, potatoes. It's over.
It's your toast,
I'm
yeah.
done.
You can't survive on salads alone, yeah.
I gotta have my potatoes. I gotta have my
I do like
bread. I
potatoes,
gotta
yeah.
have my
French
dairy.
fries.
I gotta have my cheeses. Oh yeah.
I miss my cheeses. I did like the cheese. Although before I realized how much it was affecting me, I was starting to dial back because I think it was giving me some like sneezy allergy vibes. But it got really bad last fall. I was out for a couple of weeks. I figured out why. So Joey approved pizza. Exactly. Yeah, Joey. I think does Joey eat cheese pizza? Right? He probably does. Maybe no sauce?
It has to be white sauce.
Oh, okay. So that's pretty
He's
special
one of
pizza.
those weirdos that has to have the white sauce.
You know what's funny? I always thought I was a picky eater until I met Joey.
Yeah, I've never met anyone pickier than Joey. I mean,
and it's not like I can understand being particular about food, but that's pretty rigid. I mean, cheese and bread alone is a limited diet. So
yeah, and
eat a vegetable.
And he plays soccer.
yeah,
So-
he should have a high calorie intake. It's interesting. So we like to roast Joey around here. It's funny. So.
Yeah. Well, he's not here to be roasted, so we have to do it when he's not here.
Exactly. Yeah. So Joey was supposed to be with us yesterday to film a Between the Studs in the Morning on DC minifigures, which we got done and filmed, by the way. But so he couldn't make it because he had a tummy ache, which I thought was kind of funny. So maybe if he had a little bit more variety in his diet, he would have less tummy aches. He would be doing a little better. We'll see. He might. I think he was trying. He had a steak the other day, which is a big deal for him. So that's good.
Well, it's
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is.
Yeah, Gloria Erickson says, cheese for Mark is really not worth it. Yeah, I have a pretty severe reaction to it now, so I can't do that. But, oh well, I make do. I still eat a lot of hamburgers and barbecue. It's good. So, spoilers, the Nightmare King gets trapped by the Dream Chasers who turn Z-Blob into the Grim Realm Guardian. In Season 2, Mateo turns the Nightmare King into a statue. Wow. Well, is a cool way to go, I suppose, to have a statue made after you. You'll never be forgotten that way.
That's why I told my wife, if I ever die, at least I want a 10-foot statue of my likeness for my grave.
A 10-foot granite statue?
Yeah.
I think that's a suitable
I think it would be good.
Exactly, yeah. That's how I want to go too. Let's see. Will M is here. Just got your license to drive, I hope.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that's good, Will M. Congratulations. And then Rob Claxton says, Marco Forward, you might need to get with Nick over at BrickFan Expo. I heard he has postponed the Charlotte BrickCon. Oh, I will reach out to Nick and make sure he's doing okay. If it gets postponed, I wouldn't be that upset because I still have to finish all of Tron. So I have still lots of building to do, and there's always next year. So, but yeah, thank you for letting me know, Rob. I know that he was having some personal family matters that were pretty serious happen recently, and well, I hope that Nick and Amanda are doing okay. So yeah, we'll see. And then Morgan says, I always get hungry watching OPC streams since they are always devolve into Food Network.
It really is. We've talked about...
It is dinner time for a lot of people in the East Coast.
We do talk about food a lot.
Okay, so Morgan, what's some of your go-to meals now that we're talking? Leave us a comment and help us think about it. Because I basically have a lot of options. As soon as I'm done with the stream here, I'll be heading out and getting something to eat. So let me know what I should be getting. Is it going to be better than Beth's Burger Bar double burger with bacon? And you got some pickles on there. You got ketchup, mustard. You got some grilled onions with bacon.
I think that's good.
That sounds. Yeah, I know. I think
good.
Grumpy J, I think you and I have similar tastes in some categories of food.
Have you seen this body? There's hardly anything it doesn't like.
Exactly. I do like my beef. I'm a big beef enjoyer. Morgan says a burrito or sushi. There you go. Those are two things I don't have often enough.
Taco is next door.
I do like tacos. I enjoy a good taco. I don't have sushi as often as I should, though. There aren't a lot of sushi places right near the Atlanta Brickco store. So
I don't think there is a lot up there for
none
you
of
guys.
us, But I have had some sushi, and I have enjoyed the sushi I've had, so I should eat it more. Just need to go out of my way a little more, eat less burgers, I suppose.
Yeah,
No, Mark, my pilot's license. Just joking, it's my driver's license. You got me all excited, Will. You got me.
Pilot's
Got me in the
license.
first half, not gonna lie. That's great, William. Driving around is very freeing as a young teenager and a young adult, so congratulations. And drive safely. Be very careful.
Yeah, don't make my insurance go up, please.
I think his own insurance is going to be high enough as a teenager, but...
Oh, his poor parents.
Yeah, exactly.
I know the feeling.
I remember those days.
We're still paying on for our kids.
Yep.
Even though they're adults.
Helping them out a little bit is nice.
It's better to be on a family plan.
Oh, yeah.
I can't imagine what it would be like.
Me and Steven, I think, are still built into our mom's State Farm plan, although we pay her back, so...
Yeah,
It works out. Continued spoilers. Actually, Leo Ricks, I'm totally fine with this because I don't know if I'll get around to the next season of Dreams anytime soon. But continued spoilers. The reason Nightmare King becomes a statue is because Mateo turns him into the Realm Guardian, who can only awake if the realm's in danger. Otherwise, they're effectively a statue. Now I kind of need to watch this. I need to see. Now, Leo
it's
Ricks.
like when Clay turned into stone in Nexo Knight.
Yeah, a little bit. It's got some Next Night vibes there. Now, is this the beginning of season 2 where this happens? Because I don't remember this on the first season of first season of Dreams. Unless I didn't see all the episodes, I might have missed a few of the final episodes. That would be pretty sad if I did. Let me know what happens. Oh, Gloria Erickson asks, how old are your kids, Grumpy J?
21 and 28.
There you go.
They had to move back in
Young
because their apartment complex went sky high.
Oh no.
And I was like, no, you guys shouldn't be paying that much. Foot and mouth because they moved back in. Trying to be a good dad.
At least you got them with you and you could spend time with them, so that's nice.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Spend time
There's
with
got to
them.
be a silver lining somewhere, right? Maybe they help around the house. They do any chores.
Well, my daughter does call us when she's getting off work. She works nights. So she'll call us or text us and be like, do you guys need any food or anything? I'm going to Sonic. And of course, I'm like, yeah, give me a Route 44 sweet tea. And
midnight snacks.
Cookie dough.
What are they called? The
chocolate
blizzard?
chip. Blast.
That's the blast. Sonic Blast.
Yeah.
That's the term. I like Sonic Ice Cream. That's one thing I do enjoy for sure.
Look at that piece.
That's an excellent piece. Get that out of here.
Says the man who put 100 of them on his Tron.
Yeah, I probably more than 100 in a single panel. Alternate Canada is here and says Dream Season 2 is actually really good, at least the first half of Season 2 anyway. I will have to watch it then, Alternate Canada. It's on YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean, no excuses.
I think I use YouTube more than I use Hulu, Tubi, or any of those other streaming. I think I use it more. So.
I find myself using YouTube the most, but then also I do still watch a lot of Amazon Prime stuff because there's some good things on there, like Monkey Kid, for example. But yeah, Morgan says my son moved back in with us too. Yeah, it's I think that's actually an increasing trend across the United States. So I think it's nothing to sneeze at anymore. So. Well, y'all, I gotta go. Y'all take care. Take care, Will Lamb. You have a great rest of your evening.
Have a
Thank you
good
for
one,
stopping
Will.
by and letting us know how you're doing. Hope you're doing well. Z-Blob becomes the Realm Guardian at the end of Season 1. Nightmare King becomes the Realm Guardian at the end of Season 2, Part 1. Part 1, wow. That's pretty crazy. So, Season 2's gotta be wild then. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like all the action happens in Season 2. Interesting. Well, I will be checking that out then because that sounds like something I would be interested in, especially after all the setup, you know. So.
I'm just gonna have to watch it because the sets are just good looking.
Yeah, I mean, as a Lego fan, you do want to circle back to these shows and just to know the lore and be able to talk about it with people.
It does help when people come in and ask.
Yeah.
You have this character. Instead of you going, what? You actually can. Yeah, it's right here.
Now, Grumpy J, I have a question for you. Not to distract from your building. Take your time. But which Lego shows have you watched, and which ones are on the top of your list to watch next?
I've seen a couple seasons of Ninjago.
That's good.
I don't remember which ones because I kind of bounced around on them.
Skim 3 episodes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and take a look at it again. Definitely, have watched all of Nexo. Seen one episode of Chima because I wanted to see what it was about.
Yeah.
But everyone was like saying so much bad stuff about Nexo and not Chima. I was like, I don't know. Chima's, the figures are weird with the animal face prints and then the animal head on top.
Yeah,
of
there's
it.
too many layers. Yeah.
Yeah, so that definitely. And then obviously all the Lego movies, Batman, Ninjago.
You've seen all of them, yeah.
I have them all on my phone, so
They're good. They're must-watches.
I play it every now and then here. Today we had all Bob Marley on the radio.
That was nice. Yeah, exactly. Nice to listen to some music while you're working with Lego. So I've seen all the Elves TV show. Well, there are smaller stuff on YouTube that's harder to find, but the one on Netflix, that was worth watching. The animation is kind of non-Lego style. It's like more. Have you ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animated show?
The original one?
The original one.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that. And it's pretty interesting. Also seen a couple episodes of Chima. I'll talk more about that in a second because I watched all 10 hours of the Galador TV show, seasons 1 and 2. And that was a little rough at some points, but it was goofy enough that you could have fun with it, right? You know, you could kind of make fun of it. It's good to watch with friends, make a movie night out of it, so that's fun. But the Chima, I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of, and it just broke me. And I say that as someone who has watched all 10 hours of Galador without a problem. So Chima is bad. I did not like that at all.
That's what I've been hearing a lot
The
of.
first couple seasons of Ninjago I've seen, I thought they were fine, watchable. I wouldn't say they're really necessarily for me. They weren't really my kind of storyline. But I just maybe I need to get a little further into it. I'm not sure about that. We'll be having a watch party on that when I get back with some coworkers, so that'll be fun. I saw the first season of Monkey Kid, which was, I would say, phenomenal.
See, I'm one of the old originals that I remember the 1980s when like 70s and 80s when the Chinese were having a bunch of kung fu movies and stuff coming out. So I remember
Jackie Chan,
the actual Monkey King movies and series. So when I heard Monkey King or Kid was coming out, I was like, oh, but we can't get those sets here.
Not anymore. No, like after the first wave, they stopped selling here. Yeah, so it's hard to find in the United States.
I mean, we have a couple sets here, but it's not the ones I'm looking for.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
the latest waves look awesome, but you can only get them on Lego.com pretty much. So here in the States, which you can get them, but it's not convenient. You want it to be in the store. You just want to buy it.
yeah.
You want to use your store credit. That's how I do it. I think that's how
Get
Grumpy
my
does it.
hands
Yeah.
on it, and it's over.
But yeah, Grumpy J, if you have any even mild interest in this theme, I would recommend it. It's on Amazon Prime if you ever get a chance to watch it. Worth watching.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to, just so at least I have a basis of, if someone asks a question of, hey,
Yeah.
I got this and this, I can easily be like,
You
yeah.
can watch the entire first season in a couple hours. So
Okay.
they're
That's
12-minute episodes, so it's like 2-hour watch. It's pretty easy. Garrett went from the biggest Bionicle fan to the biggest Monkey Kid fan. He's more into Monkey Kid now than Bionicle.
Bionicle, wow.
Yeah, which is a pretty weighty, statement.
We need to do a Garrett versus Edward
Oh yeah,
on who knows Bionicle more.
that would be quite impressive. 'Cause
Edward is our version of Garrett. He has long hair. It's not curly like
he
Garrett.
looks kind of like Qui-Gon.
Yes,
yeah.
Qui-Gon,
He embraces that. He has a costume. He cosplays as. But so Garrett versus Edward would be something because Edward was very knowledgeable. I've seen a
We could
picture
do it like
of his collection.
Jeopardy. Ding.
One day we'll get me and Garrett will come down here and we'll film that video with Edward on his. Edward only works like one day a week, right?
Yeah, Sundays.
Yeah.
And he works. I think he's volunteered too.
Yeah. Edward comes in on Sunday, so we'll film a Bionicle Jeopardy Lego edition. It'll be great. So, yeah. And then Leverbeck says, I'm not going to spoil the best twist in the season 2. It involves the Night Hunter. But Logan gets a love interest. Nova and Sneak are now working with the Dream Chasers, and which is pure evil. That sounds pretty awesome, Leverbeck.
I'll have to watch it.
Exactly. Let's see. Lewis says, Mark, besides season 2, Lego Masters Challenge, what challenge would you love to have build that wasn't originally in the season? Ooh, so what other season challenges would I like? Thankfully, I was pretty happy with most of the challenges in our season, but one that I would like to do is the cut in half challenge,
Oh yeah.
which is where they have an object. This is in season 1 of Lego Masters. They have an object, they cut it in half. In 4, you're right. And they would rebuild the other half. That was pretty cool. So I'd love to try that at some point. I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen anytime soon, but that'd be fun. So
The one brick hanging.
that's what people say. Now, me and
That
Steven,
is incredible. That
me
they
and
did the
Steven,
whale.
me and Steven found no difficulty with that challenge at all. Because if you're building off of a structure, which we constructed, then you just put a piece on one side and start on that side. Then, what do you have to do? You put another piece on the other side. And you balance it out. So it was like 1, 2. It's like taking your first steps. Walking slowly, no problem. And that wasn't as challenging as we thought it would be. It was actually freeing to be able to build whatever you want.
I just can't believe Zach and Wayne were able to pull
Now,
off a whale.
That was super impressive the way they constructed that. That was like huge. I think it was like at least 5-6 feet long with a giant squid on it. So that was cool. But yeah, some fun challenges for sure. So.
And then I loved the episode. I mean, it's sad that you guys had to lose your title then,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
I did like that hanging off the one stud off of the mountain face. That
Yes.
was crazy. to
That
see.
was a great challenge too. Me and Steven were physically a little bit drained on that series of days we were filming that. It was a really nasty cold snap that week. So I think it was maximum about 40 degrees in the studio that whole week. And I was just dying because I don't like cold weather at all, especially when wearing like, a Hawaiian shirt. So, that was not our best episode, but we still had a decent build. We still liked the challenge. We just wish we had felt a little better for it. So.
Do you wish that you would have done some of the ones that Australia did? Like the underwater.
Underwater, I was expecting the whole time because they had done that the season before in Australia, and they copied several challenges from Australia for our season. So, like the explosion challenge, for example. And so that was something I was expecting, but that would have been fun to do. So.
Yeah.
My goodness.
All those challenges that Australia does,
They're good.
I'm sorry to say, but I love watching the Australian one.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that Team USA won.
Yes,
the
spoilers.
world. Spoilers, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Team USA.
Yep. Crystal and Michelle did a terrific job. But you can watch that whole unfold. Actually, if you get a VPN, I think it's still on the Channel 9 website for Australia. You can find
Tubi.
it. Tubi? Yeah.
Tubi, it works.
Yeah. There's ways to watch it, so it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
That's how I watch all the other seasons.
Mm-hmm. But let's see. Cheese on Top says, "Is Monkey Kid popular at the store? I think it's more popular in Atlanta right now, but it's a little bit of it here.
We've got a few sets, but they're just like the basic.
Mm-hmm. A couple of them.
Monkey, it's not as good as it could be.
Yeah, there isn't a lot of Monkey Kid sets in the United States, period, now, but we do have a couple of them. So if you want to dive into it,
That's a
so.
neat hourglass.
Yes, that's a cool piece.
That's very cool.
Yeah. And then let's see. Neighbor Brick's dropping more lore for us, but yeah. Nightmare King looks like a decent guy. Oh, the Neverwitch's plans make the Nightmare King look like a decent guy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Mateo's evil clone steals everyone's girls. Interesting. He must be a ladies' man. Let's see.
Zac Efron.
Yeah, sounds like him. Yep. Last time I was at ABC, there were only 3 different Monkey Kid sets. When I left, they had 2. And they had multiples of Red Sun's truck. Yeah, we have a couple of the Red Sun's truck for some reason. Sometimes we get like a batch of sets, and that was one of them. But yeah, lots of good Lego shows to watch, though, including Lego Masters.
Yes.
Grumpy J, you're really tearing through this set. You're doing a great job.
I don't know what's going on.
We're going to be
with me
wrapped
today.
up in a single hour. That's great.
Oh, my wife will be happy. I'll be coming home.
I'm ready to go get some food, I think, so it's not too bad. That's a
I
nice...
hear his stomach growling over
Yeah,
there.
I got a little gurgle here and there. I don't think you can get it through the mic as much, but...
It's all right. We're almost done, folks.
Oh, no, we're good.
It's not going to take as long as a Starry Night did.
That sounds like it took you a while with that, Grumpy J.
Ooh, I counted the times because the 3 videos. It was 6 hours.
Ooh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, I know I could have built it faster than that.
You are also trying to entertain while you're doing it, so I can understand why it slows you down.
It does. It did slow down a lot when someone asked about my lighting. So I was like, oh, let me explain what I've done.
Sidetrack, yeah.
Let me tell you everything I've done. I've got so many different lights going through everything, and
It looks good though, and I was on the stream last night, and apparently you were using a kind of improvised camera setup, and it wasn't the best. But...
usually I use my phone and I have it on a tripod, and then I have the ring light there, and then I have another ring light lowered because I have a window here, so when it gets dark, all of a sudden the pieces start to look the same color.
Yeah,
So I have a light here, and then I have all my light kits and light stuff behind me.
cool stuff. Yeah.
And then I just get, sometimes I'll not even think, and like yesterday I was knocking stuff off. I knocked over the Ford from Harry
I saw the
Potter.
Ford go flying.
Yeah. And I found everything, put it back together in 2 seconds, but the only thing I'm missing is the driver's door. So I have no idea. I have to search under the bed, I guess. But
Yeah. Oh, do we have trivia for tonight? Do you guys do trivia on your trip?
we do usually, and fortunately, Joey always forgets what day of the week it is.
Yeah.
So
Should I go ask Lane see if he can get a question for us?
sure.
Do we usually have a prize too on the Orlando sport or no?
We've done it a few times, Flounder and I, but that's just because that's Flounder and I.
Well, Steven has just gotten back, so I can ask Chris and see if he wants to get a question for us here.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Oh no, he just dropped him off. Okay.
Just dropped him off.
He'll at least be able to say hi. Yeah, if we don't do... Oh, I know what we can do. We might be giving away one of these minifigures because I have this set already.
So you got Susan, you've got
might-
Nova,
Might
Zoe.
give away a Zoe
Night-
figure for a lucky customer here. Yeah, that might do. Let me see if I can find someone to get a question for us, though. Actually, I can even look it up while I'm here. I have a feeling Lemur Bricks will figure it out for us here. Let's see. Maybe it'll be about...
Chima.
Come in. You can open the door. Yeah, there you go. How's it going, Steven?
How's it going?
You made
Do you
it.
have an extra chair?
Here, why don't you take mine? I need to get a trivia question for us.
Oh, right. Let me
We're
just put my
wrapping up
bag.
here. You can just chat with
I'm a little
Kirby a
late.
bit.
Sorry, I'm a bit late. Let me just
How
crash
dare
it,
you?
run around from the front of the thing. All right.
Look at me. I get 2 Lego Masters.
You get 2 for the price of 1. How's it going, Grumpy J? How's everybody in the
Amazing.
chat?
We're building this beautiful dreams nightmare.
If you load up on your phone Orlando Bricko's YouTube channel, you can read the comments.
Oh, right.
If you want
Oh,
to.
wait, I got it here. Nice. Let's see. Lemur Briggs. Gigi on top. Let's see what else we got here. Lemur Briggs. Hey, Mom. How's it going? Hey, Morgan. Will, how's it going? Sorry, it's not Western. It is a horse, but it's not Western. Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
there you go. It's a horse.
Let's see. Lemur Briggs as well. Man, everybody's here. Yep.
They love to show support.
Florida Brick Mom. Wonder who that is. Unfamiliar. But yeah, holy cow. Grumpy J, what do you think of the dream sets?
This is my first one. Building. I've seen them. I have to say I do like the Nightmare King. His cape.
Isn't that awesome?
His
Look
face.
how the cutaways are animals.
Yeah. And then I like the bat look on there.
Yeah. Oh wait, we don't have Spotty, do we?
No,
Let's go to
no.
Spotty.
You're
Let's
so
check
used
it
to
out.
Spotty.
I'm used to my old setup, but this is cool. Isn't this Ryan's place?
Shh, don't
He might storm in
Yeah,
here and be
we-
like,
we
what are you all doing in here?
We have to steal it until he finally does something with it.
Exactly.
So until he does something.
Look at all these crazy figures. Oh my
Little
word.
Susan. I think that's a great name for a villain.
Is this one here? Little
Yeah,
Susan?
Little Susan. That's what it says on the box.
What?
Susan.
Susan?
Susan is a villain.
Just this horrible looking
Yeah.
gremlin over here? Okay. What? One of my favorite parts though is this thing here, the wings.
I love those wings.
Oh, the wings.
The colors alone, the magenta and black always
Dark
go
pink
together.
magenta looking with a bit of purple going on in there too.
Mm-hmm.
So what I used
And
to
it's
do,
rubber, too.
I know, right? That's just so cool. What I used to do, and I do it on occasion, I would build a few dragons for castle setups. They were always more popular than the castle. I would always build the dragon, like the little dragon for some reason every time. But yeah, I would always use these wings. So I got to do another color scheme here coming up. Mark, do we have this set?
You do now.
Yeah.
We do now.
Yep, this is one that I bought.
This is ours?
I have store credit.
Well, this is the first time anyone said that. Hey, woo!
The only thing I'm not
Free
doing is
stuff.
I'm not doing his cape or his sticker.
Is that a
Now,
bad
why,
cape?
actually, why don't we open the cape?
I'll open the cape.
Okay.
My
There
cape.
you
I'll
go.
open the cape.
Hold on, Steve. That one's going to Zoe.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I can
I was
do
going
that.
to give Zoe away for the trivia prize.
Aww. Okay. Oh, could you give her the Nightmare King? We already have one of those.
No,
Okay, no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
making
no,
them
no,
say
no.
anything. But Zoe,
Fine.
see, we have that figured out.
I know. I like the cape. But you know what? Let's give it away. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Zoe would be a good one to give away.
I don't want to change what we already promised. That's
I do have a trivia question for us.
Zoe's as
another
well.
bow and arrow. That's cool.
And then she also gets.
It's a hourglass.
I like this hourglass.
That weird. Yeah, I got one of those already. Those are really cool.
That's
So-
neat.
Back to the comments for a second. Morgan says hi, Stephen. Leo Brick says hi, Stephen.
How's it
and
going,
Rob
everybody?
Plexen says hi, Stephen.
How's it going?
And
Sorry, I
then
haven't been keeping up with the comments.
Alternate candidate says love those wings so much. So the
Oh, I
wings on
agree, I agree.
the Pegasus.
I'm so sorry. I should have been reading these. My bad.
I kind of like this bird.
Oh, is it stickers for us?
Yes.
Yeah, it's stickers.
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't
whatever,
want to
whatever.
put your guys' stickers on.
I'll
Let
do
y'all
that, I'll do
that.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case you wanted to use the pieces.
Oh, do you want to use the pieces?
Let's not worry about the stickers now.
Let's save the stickers.
But,
Because you know it's going to go into the bin.
It might go into the bin. I might do a
It
video.
may
with
very
this
well.
one.
Oops.
But are we ready for the trivia question? You guys think?
Aw, little heart.
I think so.
All
All right, I'm only on the live stream.
That's fine.
I'm so bad
as long
at
as I
this.
can see the comments and we're up to date. The trivia today is
There we go.
here we go. The trivia is of course going to be Pegasus themed. So
Let's do it. Let's do it.
in Greek mythology, the entity of Pegasus had an elemental power. What was that? That's the question. There's several possible answers, kind of interpretation, but I'm looking for
I can only
two
think of
specific answers.
One.
2 answers, guys. There's a really
Don't
cool
you guys
figure on
guess
the
because you
line.
might get it right.
I
know.
don't
I'm
know.
keeping that in my
Imagine
head.
a Pegasus with an elemental power, though. Isn't that
wait,
cool?
didn't
Kind of
we-
like the ninjas from Ninjago. Think about that. So.
Now that I think about it, I think
I think
I
of-
remember there was something like that. Yeah.
We'll see what the comments say. Yeah, alternate candidate says no idea. It's pretty clearly documented in Greek mythology. So.
I think I know it.
It is obscure, though. You think you know it? Well, we'll
think
see
I
once
know
we
it.
get the right answer. But-
And these are the extra pieces to make this version of the bird.
And the winner of the first one to get the answer right, according to Mark, it gets the Zoe figure.
Mark said, oh sorry, Morgan
Besides
said,
flying,
besides
yes. Flying doesn't count. That's just a natural attribute of the wings.
Morgan's
well,
out
wind
there
is an
researching.
element.
It is. That's
That's
not what
technically-
I'm looking
flight
for.
is not an element specifically.
Yeah.
That's an action.
Flight is not the correct.
But you
Like
have to
swimming
have-
isn't an element,
You have
is
to
it?
have thrust.
Wind is an element, but I'm thinking a little
True.
bit more tactile.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm thinking.
Mhm.
I think I knows it, but I'm.
Is this a butterfly?
And what's
It's like a
interesting is
butterfly
I
bird.
think Lemur Bricks has got it, despite the
Weird.
question mark behind the word water.
Water.
So
right. What I was thinking.
Pegasus is a derivative of the Greek word for spring, and Pegasus was known for stomping his hoof on the ground and creating springs.
I was thinking. I
So
was thinking
because
lightning.
Pegasus
create
is
ocean-
the
rivers.
son of Poseidon,
Oh,
and which is very weird.
What?
So water
Well,
is
look at
correct.
Loki. You know Loki's child.
Oh,
Yeah. You get some
Oh,
horse
yeah.
weird stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But no.
Yeah.
So Liambrix, you win with a water question mark.
Water
So
question
I'll,
mark.
I'll give that as an answer.
I was thinking lightning.
Rob
Or electric.
Claxton was right behind with thunder and water. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
probably some lightning attributes there. I was looking for springs, water.
I was thinking lightning from the horn.
Yep.
Just.
But Pegasuses are interesting creatures. Apparently, it's
know
only
this.
one Pegasus in Greek mythology. There's not supposed to be more than one. So
Oh.
interesting.
Interesting.
My
Yeah, there's-
teacher lied to me.
I know. Yeah, that's what I read briefly.
We found it. We found the one.
My teacher goes, Pegasus is the name of the horse that can fly in
So
Greek.
I'm gonna have Lane have this shipped to Lemur Bricks' address. He should be in our
Congratulations,
system.
man.
He's in our system.
Yeah.
But he hasn't bought from our store yet.
That's fine.
Ah.
We'll send this out. I'll make sure it happens. So.
I think they should have added another one right here.
Yeah, one more. They would have
One more
done.
piece.
Yeah, one more.
And before we go, Grumpy J, I wanted to thank you for helping me do the stream tonight and having a great time with me.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Steven have multiple versions of the Nightmare King, and I know how much you like that figure, so I want to give you that plus the sword for free today for your help.
Oh,
And
he
so you
is
can
gonna
remember the
go.
stream.
He's gonna go
That's
right
why I
up
didn't
there.
want to do it as a giveaway.
Yeah, he is a giveaway, but to
Yeah,
Grumpy
we
J.
already have one.
There you
So,
go.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's
have multiple.
So
I
he
think,
can join
yeah.
your evil armies and be grumpy forever.
Yeah, I got a display case. It's gonna start being filled with villains from different themes.
There you go.
There you go.
I think he'll
Filled with
make a
all my
good
Star
villain.
Wars ones. Now I got villains I got to work on because I want to do a village of villains in the city. You know,
The House of Villains.
They have their
Yeah.
own neighborhood where each, they have their own house. Like the Joker will have a house that looks
Nice.
like
That-
Two-Faced.
Even apartments.
They'll have
yeah.
like different houses.
So it's like a subdivision
yeah,
for villains.
just
yeah.
the villains. You
Get
remember
like
the
the
old,
Disney ones, Cruella de Vil
yeah,
and
but
Hook.
remember the old Looney Tunes where like the dog would clock in and then the other animal would clock in. The dog would chase them all day and they clock out. Thanks, George. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Oh, I think
Yeah.
I do remember that
Yeah,
actually.
it'd be like that where they're just checking in to work and then they go home.
That'd be awesome.
There you go.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be doing more streams here at Orlando Bricko. Unfortunately, Steve and I won't be back for a little while, but we'll return in one day. So.
Yeah.
Glad I was able to get the last like 5 minutes too. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm a little late.
Well, I didn't have that many
Yeah.
mistakes this time, so.
Oh, there you go. Even better.
Grumpy Day was flying through the pieces. It was great.
5 bags. I was
All
really
right.
thinking.
By the
more.
way, real quick, a question. Will we be at Brickworld this year? We will not. We'll probably be next year.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in and get your brick on.
Yeah, we're planning on next
Yeah,
year.
Grumpy.
Alright. Bye bye, everybody.
Mhm.
See ya.